Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your March 2021 Intuitive Energy Forecast. My name's Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. My website is lisalyle.com, and you can find me on social media at Wisdom of the Heart. So happy birthday, Pisces. It is your season of rebirth, and so I'm starting with your messages at the beginning of the sun signs. So we're going to get right into it. There's an interesting collaboration of cards that wanted to come through and support these messages. So as we go into March, we're going to be working with the energy of your opposing sign's full moon, which happens on February 27th. And so as we approach and move deeper into Pisces season, it's really important, and actually it's going to be greatly beneficial for you to work with the energy of the Virgo full moon to really support releasing anything that does not serve in supporting you to achieve the mission, the work that you came here to do on Mother Earth. And so it's really, I feel for you, your focus is really going to be that energy of Virgo, which is really about health, family, and home, how we take care of ourselves, working with plant-based medicine as well. I'm hearing and feeling for some of you, this would be a great time for a cellular reset, so a reset within your physical vessel. So perhaps doing a detox or a fast, and I'm feeling like a 3-day water fast would be greatly beneficial for you. I'm also feeling it's really important for you to make sure that you're getting enough rest, drinking lots of hydrating fluids such as, fresh, clean water, herbal teas, this kind of stuff, and really avoiding things that may have the opposite effect, be more of a dehydrating thing. Getting outside into nature is also going to be greatly supportive of you. And so with that being said, they're asking me to start with the Gaia Oracle and just some messages from Mother Earth, some love and support for you at this time. And I'm just wanting them to be really clear with me. There we go. Oh, Enchanted Forest. And this card is a number 27. So it's perfect. I was speaking about the Virgo full moon, and this is about releasing. 27 comes to a 9, which is also about releasing and wrapping things up. So I do feel that you are being guided to reflect on this previous year that you've just lived through and experienced. And I feel like on some level there is this call for you to reconnect with the magic of your own life. And you can see we've got the full moon here. We've got this beautiful tree. And what I'm feeling, I'm going to put these messages out before the full moon. So really working with it, working with that moon. And if you get to see it, then getting outside and maybe spending some time walking under the full moon, a bit of a full moon bath, if you will, hanging out under a cluster of trees or your one favorite tree, and really working with the energy of the trees as well as the moon to support this release through your roots, to support clearing through your roots, so that this year you can begin to draw up nourishment through your roots. It says mystery, magic, and excitement, and I really strongly feel that this is encouraging you to reconnect with the magic within you, to reconnect with the excitement and joy of being alive at this time, and really truly living as much as you can from your beautiful heart space. So now to Archangel Michael, and I was told that the reason he wanted to come through, there's two here for you, wanted to come through was to really encourage you to find your voice, live and speak your truth. And the first card that you received is Forever in My Light, safe and sound. And it's a number 13, which is interesting again because 13 is the number of the divine feminine. It's not a bad number. We've just been conditioned to believe it so. So I do feel with all the talk about reestablishing your connection to the earth and connecting to trees, I really do feel that this is coming through strong. Reestablishing your connection to the essence of the divine feminine, which is the nurturer, the healer, the gentle, unconditionally loving mother. And I do feel like that is what I'm hearing is that it's time for you to reestablish connection to the divine mother within your experience. Again, I'm getting the message here, root and sacral chakra. So there is a need for some of you, if not all of you, to really reestablish connection with your roots and to clear through your roots. So for some of you, there may have been stuff that has come up throughout the past year that has really challenged family relations. And this is pretty common right now across the board. Challenging relations, it may have brought up to you some emotional responses that you weren't quite expecting at this stage of the game. And what I'm hearing, it's really to go back into your breath, out into nature, and re-establish your connection to the divinity within yourself, within each breath, and within your experience. The next card you've received is Ormomasis, purification, fire. And this is perfect. Working with, again, the energy of the full moon and even your coming new moon, which will be late in Pisces season, but working with the energy of fire. So writing things out, or even working with your breath and visualizing your breath as fire, purifying yourself from within. And remember, I had mentioned to you, I was feeling that this would be a good time for a cleanse or a detox. This is all the confirmation that I needed, that is going to be greatly beneficial with you, for you, and to really work with your breath. And it is a purifier, and to work with whether it's, burning sacred herbs in your home, perhaps getting outside and having a fire. I really miss doing that. And I feel like as you transform and transmute lower and negative energies through that inner fire, you really then are going to be supporting the fanning of your personal inner fire, your passions, and really manifesting, having the tools to manifest and bring forth your heart's desires. So we're going to tune into the energy of our ancestors right now and receive a message of love and support from your ancestors. Some guidance for the month of March 2021. Can you believe we're in March already? What a year. For Pisces ancestors. There we go. And I feel there's two of them again. Ah. Okay, so the first one that dropped out is the Staff card, and it speaks about foundations. And again, this goes right back to that first card, the Enchanted Forest, and clearing through your roots. It really clearing through your roots so that you can begin to draw nourishment up through your roots. And so this is what this is speaking to me of again. And what I'm feeling is there is so much support here for you at this time. Just streams and streams of loving support that is coming to you to support your rise, this lifting up. And it's a blessing of unconditional love. And so I feel like the ancestors are really wanting you to know, first of all, you are unconditionally loved. You are a delight to their non-human eyes. And it doesn't matter. What I'm hearing is it doesn't matter what has come before, what you've done, what you've said. What matters is what you're doing now. And if you have been experiencing a tower moment in your life, and I feel like we're experiencing a global tower moment, and I have always believed that tower moments are really those moments in our life where anything that is shaky, any foundation, any practice, any habit, any relationship in our life that is not based on unconditional love, truth, and integrity, and anything that's built upon that, it will fall to support the rebuild. The rebuild happens on the energy of unconditional love, truth, transparency, and integrity. And instead of foundations being these four walls, I'm really feeling these foundations being circular and lifting up, and each level below supports the next spiral within this circle, if you will. So know that you're supported, and what I'm hearing, it's the purity of your heart that is your intended guide for this lifetime. The next card that you received from the ancestors are the four-legged, and it says endurance. And so again, you know, when I connect with this card, first of all, you're deeply connected to all living beings. The four-legged, the winged ones, the two-legged humans, the trees, all of this. And I feel like there's this plethora of support all around you. And now, and I feel like some of you are really tired. You're really tired after the past year and everything that the past year brought. And so this is an opportunity for you to start fresh. Every single day is that opportunity for a fresh start. Yet when it's in our season of birth or our season of rebirth, this is a really potent energy supporting you. And for some of you, there is going to be a need for you to rest at this time. Take a break. Take a break. Give yourself permission to have a break. Give yourself permission to sit with a nice herbal tea. Read a book. You know, put your feet on the ground. Just take some time for yourself and know that you are worthy and deserving of that time. And taking that time is really going to be greatly supportive for you going forward and really supporting you to reestablish your connection to the magic within you and get excited about life again. Get excited about endless possibilities and get excited about living your truth. For some of you, you may have dogs in the home. Some of you may be farmers and living on farms, and really, you know how wise and wonderful the eyes of an animal can be, and how much love that they can transmit to us through their gaze at us, if you will. I always like to, you know, I have a dog and a cat here in the house. The cat's kind of indifferent. He wants you when he wants you. I love his independence, though. And you know, just he's confident in whatever he does. And then the dog, the little dog, she is just so loyal, so unconditionally loving. If we mirror image God, we get dog, you know. So seeing your own magic through the eyes of your dog, loving yourself unconditionally as your dog does. You know, I go outside of the house to the garage to take the garbage out, and I come back in, and it's like I've been gone, you know, for days. The dog's so excited to see me. And, so I feel like on some level there is like, this is what's being asked of you. Reestablish your connection and your excitement just because you're alive. Just because you're alive. It's really time to get excited about life again. And it's 12:55 here. And it just turned. And I see that. It's like, remember, you're a channel of light. And this truly is a new beginning. 2021 is a universal 5-year. Am I right in that? Yeah, universal 5, which is all about change. So if we thought 2020 brought about a lot of changes, oftentimes those that were imposed on us, this is a year, and I keep seeing this wild horse here, this is a year to set yourself free, to be wild and free. Take charge of your life and the direction that you're going, because truly the path of mastery, the path of the most joy and excitement is the path of the heart. And it does take great courage to honor, trust, and follow your heart. So thank you for your courage. I admire you and respect your ability to persevere, to endure. So we're going to connect in with your higher selves, Pisces, and receive a message from your higher self. There's yours. Ah, perfect. Heart's desire. And it says here, you are being showered with love. Remember I was saying that? I was feeling that from this card here. You are being showered with love. Your time of waiting will soon be over. All your heart's deepest desires will be fulfilled. Trust your heart. Your heart is intuitive. Your gut is intuitive. Your mind is very linear and logical. And when it comes to the spiritual path, when it comes to the great mystery, when it comes to our connection to Source and God, this is very much an intuitive connection. It's intuitive knowing. Right? Knowing without knowing how you know. The logical mind will try to find ways to warp things, justify, analyze, all of this. And that, when it comes to the Pisces and Virgo axis, it's really, Pisces, the dreamer, the, great imagination. It's really the embodiment of all the signs that have come before. And then on the opposing side of that energy, you have Virgo, which is very logical, linear, analytic. And so you want to meet in the middle, right? You are the middle. Your spine is the middle line. It is the channel that you are connected to Source through, and that you're connected to Source through. So, really get comfortable, not in the fantasy and this this idea, this kind of make-believe world where things are going to miraculously appear. In this incarnation, we actually have to put into action habits and work that actually supports the manifestation of our heart's desire. Oh, and look at this card was next, the Passion card. Trust your passion. And it's funny that this has come because I was really feeling this need to clarify, cleanse through your root and sacral chakra so that you can come back into restored integral power, which is compassionate and kind, right? It's what I'm hearing. It's the higher mind. So finally for you here, Pisces, let's tune in and check which animal energy is supporting you and working with you through the month of March. I hope you do something exciting for your birthday. And look at this, you got 2 again. Something about these 2s here. So this actually feels very Piscean to me. This is the sea serpent. And we can see it's like wrapped itself. And remember, I was saying foundations, I see them more as circular as opposed to square, boxy structures. So this is beautiful. What I'm feeling with this is, again, some of you, and particularly around the times of our birthdays, a lot of times we get emotional. We think about people we have loved and lost. We think about you know, just life. We reflect on life. And I feel for some of you, this is a very emotional time. And what I'm hearing is don't allow yourself to get swept up in your emotions, because, you know, be with them, observe them, allow them to move through. Don't hold on to them anymore. Allow them to move through. Allow them to be released. Turn them over. Turn all of this over to God, to a higher power, to your ancestors and your angels, to really support healing so that you can get back into your center, the purity of your heart, the innocence, the soul's eternal nature, which is pure love energy. Our essence at the core is unconditional love. Our essence as connected to source is unconditional love. Trust your truth. Trust. This is a big one because we're really in a time where the collective mind, the hive mind, if you will, don't think for yourself. Don't think for yourself. Someone is going to implant you or televise to you what truth is. And this is where discernment, and this is where your own gifts come in, this intuitive intelligence that is your innate knowing, your wisdom, that which you were born with. Really, it's a time of observation, and it's not a time to claim ownership of anyone or anything or any belief system. This is a time, never more has it been important to go inside. Trust. Is what you are seeing, feeling, is it truth or is it lies? Okay, and many of us have to move beyond those lies that we tell ourselves, those things that we hold true, or those things that we want to deny. And this is why the cleansing process is so important. Because then you get Hawk, and Hawk really is a messenger about seeing things from a higher perspective, that 360-degree expanded view. Trust the wisdom within you. And so Hawk is a beautiful messenger or guide to come in. Look, I opened it right to Hawk. So I'm going to share that with you. But it's really beautiful because when we have a full picture, when we see the expanded perspective, when we have more of a view, then we can observe. And we can observe what's taking place in all these areas of our life, internal and external. And then we can choose how we are going to move beyond, move through, or release and let go. Okay, so Hawk, watchful, all-seeing, messenger of divinity. The sharp eye of Hawk watches our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail, as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it, the news. The message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. It will eventually redirect your course. And so when in balance, Hawk energy sees clearly and is very intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much and is very suspicious. So to bring into balance, it's a perspective shift. Okay? And so let's see what the sea serpent says. I think this comes from like the special part of this deck. What do they call this? Oh, it does come from the special part. I just want to see what they call this. The spirit aspect of the deck, okay? So the sea serpent, emotional healing wounds, or healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression. Whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire, the sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. I said that somewhere, didn't I? Enduring. Oh, endurance. You got the endurance card. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of sea serpent is not activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters where the lotus grows. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. So what I'm feeling for you, Pisces, is around the time of your birthday, take some time, 3 days, a week, if you can, and go into that inner cocoon, that inner womb space. Shift energy in your home, create a little nest for you in your home, take lots of hot baths, really, get out to nature, bare feet on the ground if you can. And you can't tell me you can't, even if there's snow on the ground, because I was just out there before in my bare feet, buried into the snow, really to ground myself in order to be able to bring forth these messages and to share with you. And I feel that this is we see this sea serpent here, and she's creating this beautiful healing cave space, this womb space around your sweet, sweet energy. So the sea serpent is connected with the sacral chakra, the second chakra, the space between your hips, the emotional storehouse. And this is where a lot of us store, emotional pain that we don't want to deal with. So then it physically manifests a lot of times as things like sciatica, low back pain, really tight hips, and even down into the hamstrings and the quads, really tight. So working with your breath to begin to connect with this space and allow whatever wants to come up so that you can release it. It says the subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the sacral chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowl. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire, and it is associated with the water element. Svadhisthana, which is the Sanskrit word for sacral chakra, translate as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother or Kundalini itself. And we've had a lot of talk here about reestablishing connection to the mother energy and the Divine Mother within. So this is beautiful confirmation for you, Pisces. So I trust that something here has felt supportive to you. I wish you a abundantly blessed season of rebirth, Pisces. If you haven't already, please show your support with a subscribe to this channel, and a like and a comment below. I thank you all for those of you who choose to offer donations on a monthly basis. I'm incredibly grateful for that. And if you are interested in giving yourself a birthday gift from your higher self and the universe, don't hesitate to reach out. I will leave some links in the comments below for some services that I am offering for the month of March. So Pisces, have a fantastic season of rebirth. I see you, I feel you, I love you, and it is an honor to be here with you now. Until next time, take good care of yourself.